crack open the mystery of brews with Shagdog and Jammer on the Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Venture with us into the frothy depths of pilsners, ales, lagers and stouts. Dive headfirst into flavor profiles and swim through the history of brewing. But remember, it's not about the beer you drink, it's how you drink it. So ready to spit or swallow? Stay tuned for our uncensored, unfiltered and unabashedly honest reviews.
This is only a test.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Spit or Swallow Beer Review. I am Shagdog. And we're doing Modelo's. This is green, if you can't tell, but if I go up to the green. Chelada Limon Y Sal. Of course, it's green on this part of the can, so you get the green screen on it. Yeah, well, what can you do, right? They should make a little section of the screen. Hey, cut this out if you don't want the green screen, this little section. And you can, anyhow. Yeah, this is a Chelada style 78 on Beer Advocate fruit. Consider a fruit and field beer because it does have lime in it, so it's not Chelada. I don't even know if Chelada gets actual style on Beer Advocate or not. But anyhow, yeah, 3.5% ABV, so very light. Modelo Chelada Limon Y Sal for you English speakers. That's lime. I think it's lime and salt, right? Yeah, lime and salt, right? Mexican beer is made simply with authentically brewed Modelo beer, salt, and lime. Okay, yeah. Classic Mexican drink. This cerveza is perfect for kickstarting your evening. So let's do it. So this is basically the same thing as a Chelada with tomato. I don't know if there's a special word with the tomato ones, the ones with no tomato. But it's pretty much got all the same stuff you get in the tomato one. So let's put that there. We'll put this over here. There you go. I would just put it right there. Yeah. So probably should do a heavier pour, but that's okay. A lot of I saw some floaties going around. Maybe it's just a head swirling in a vortex or something. Yeah, so before I get into this one, if any of you remember, I think it could still be selling well, is the Miller Chelada. Before Miller Chill, which was their lime beer, it was called Miller Chelada. It was similar to this one. I'm sure they taste different because Modelo beer, Miller, probably High Life or Miller Light, whatever they used with it. But it was made similar to this one, like a Chelada. But when Bud came out with Bud Light Lime, Miller reformulated their stuff to make it more of a lime beer and called it Miller Chill. And that was the beginning of the downfall for Miller the Miller Lime beer. I think it was better as the Chelada. I even worked with a Mexican guy who loved it when it was a Chelada one. He was on like a summer bowling league with me. And when they got rid of the Chelada and came out the Chill, he's like, that's not the same beer. I'm like, yeah, I think they made it just like a lime beer now. They took out the salt and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so don't change. When you got something that's working, don't change it. That's why our beer review hasn't changed because believe it or not, it's been working. All right, let's get into this one. Look at that look. Nice and a little cloudy. Might be that salt in there, a salt cloudiness like the ocean, like a lime ocean. Kind of a gold, hazy, pale look to it. Maybe even a slight hinge of orange in there or something. Head's gone. Definitely smell the lime and the salt. Maybe even a little pepper in there. Black pepper. The lime does come off a little bit artificially, but it does smell a little bit like some real lime. So I love all these Modelo Cheladas, though. Most of I like pretty well. So I've done this one before. Let's get into it. Cheers. Salute. Definitely salty. limey. Now, I don't know if they're making this with regular Modelo. I think they must be making it with Modelo Light, or maybe adding more water to it because it's 3.6. I don't think a regular Modelo is that low. Or maybe the Modelo, they're actually adding some type of lime juice to it, so it's lowering the alcohol level. Possibility. Man, really good though. This is way better than like if you take a Corona and put a lime in it. This is way better than that, I think. Really good for a good beach beer, I think. Even a good lawnmower beer, man. How do you say cut the grass in Mexican? Let's check. I mean in Spanish. Forgive me. Let's check. Like my phone will work. It's not working. What the hell's wrong with my phone? Let's close it. And okay, there we go. Google Translate. How do you cut or time to cut the grass, Holmes? And then we want to put that to Spanish. This is how you say time to cut the grass, Holmes, in Spanish.
Es hora de cortar el césped de las casas.
They say casas, Holmes. Take the casas part out. We'll say time to cut the grass, essay.
Time to cut the grass, essay.
How about the Spanish one?
Es hora de cortar el césped.
Something like that. Anyhow, good lawnmower beer. Yeah, the original Miller Chelada was similar to this one. Probably not as pronounced on the lime, I think. This is a mild lime, but it was way better than the Miller Chill because the Miller Chelada did have the salt, the peppery seasoning type stuff in it. I wish they came back out with it. Of course, Miller's owned by Molson Coors or Coors Molson, whatever the hell they're called. I wish someone privately that loved Miller the whole life, some rich person, would have bought Miller out from South African breweries before South African breweries sold to Anheuser-Busch, but all the Miller products went to Molson Coors somehow. I don't know if they paid for Miller or what happened there, but which I don't know why Anheuser-Busch would want to buy that, but not buy Miller. Could have cut it into some of their competition. I don't know. And then I'm surprised at Coors because I see more Miller Lite out there than I do Coors Light. So I don't know how Miller is owned by Coors, Molson Coors, but I usually see more Miller Lite, I think, than Coors Light myself. I don't know. Anyhow, really good chelada, lime and salt chelada, no tomato in there. I wish I could see all the ingredients. I wish they put it on the can. Can't read that shit because lime and salt, that's all it says on the can. So they might have some like black pepper or something in there. Who knows? Really good. It's going to take me a little bit to drink this, but I'm going to give it a, because what, 24 ounce can, 25 ounce can? I don't know what the hell it is. But I'm going to give it, for what it is, A- and a SWAF for a chelada beer, non-tomato chelada. Let's Googleize that. What's the difference between a chelada that has tomato or clamato in it than one that has no tomato in it? Michelada and chelada. A michelada is a Mexican beer with tomato or clamato juice. Lime. Okay. So a michelada is a tomato one, but they always call the one with tomato chelada too. I guess, michelada, chelada. Yeah, I'm not going to read that go into that whole thing. But apparently the one with the tomato is technically a michelada. But I think most of the companies are like, well, we don't want to really confuse people. Just call them all cheladas, right? I wonder if Tecate has a chelada. Does Tecate make a chelada? I think they do. I think Beer King did it once. What? Tecate Brew Enchilada. Yeah, Tecate Michelada right there. Michelada. They also have a Michelada Diablo. Man. That would be awesome. What's the Diablo one? Probably got some really hot shit in there or something. Sweet. Michelada and Michelada Diablo, which means devil. Awesome. I wish I could find that one now. Beer King did that one, I think, one time before. Unfortunately, Beer King, I don't know what happened to him. And you would think if someone died, a family member or a friend would leave a comment. Hey, y'all, thanks for watching my good friend, the Beer King. He passed away. Or my husband or my boyfriend or my dad. Somebody. Maybe he's in prison. That's my guess. I'm going to go with prison. Let's Googleize it. You never know. What happened to the YouTube beer reviewer named the Beer King?
Welcome back to the Hardcore Pub, everybody. I know you guys have all been wondering.
Nobody knows. That's not the Beer King. Can't find nothing. I go to his channel real quick and see, but I'm sure. I mean, it's been over 5 years since he's been on. He either had a heart attack because he's, pretty husky guy. Maybe when I made him wear that Dallas Cowboys jersey, it was pretty tight on him. We did a bet and he lost. He had to wear a Cowboys shirt. I didn't say it had to be a jersey, but he found a Dallas Cowboys jersey somewhere and it was pretty damn tight on him. So let's check it. Oh yeah, thanks for all the comments, everybody. Wow, that's the most comments we've had in a while in 1 week. I haven't been, it's kind of hard to keep up on that. Hey man. Brew Amateurs, thanks for the comment. Oh, my comment got a heart. Okay. Somebody liked my video, but I got to click on it to see who it was. Oh, who was that? Oh, the Brew Amateurs. Oh, that's when I clicked it. I made a comment on their video. Oblivious Wanderer. Heyman left a whole crap of comments. Holy crap. And Love I commented on one of her videos, his or her Indian couple. She's drinking a beer, and I said, something like, Great job. Cheers. Great job drinking a beer. I guess maybe they don't understand English, but they're understanding enough to put H-U-H. That's that meant great job drinking that beer. Yeah. Anyhow, let's check out the Beer King. Beer King. The Beer King, I don't know what happened to him. Anybody knows the Beer King? He's from San Jose, California, I believe. I believe it was San Jose, California. He usually did a beer review standing up and playing his music. And there's one of his oldest ones, 14 years ago. Let's see if I can pull up his channel. The Beer King with a D-A. D-A Beer King. Oh, his actual channel is called The Beer King Beer Porn Star. Then at his email is at Beer King Bros Hose. He hasn't had no views lately. Last 30 days, 0 views, but I'm going to give him one right now. So I don't watch one of the videos. He might have got deleted too because he did show some women on here. And he's got one video there. That woman's almost half naked. A see-through thing that she's pulled up at her crotch and see some nips. He might have got banned. And then he made a new channel. I just haven't seen it. It's hard to get your subscribers back. Those girls are half naked. Now that was just a thumbnail, so. But the girl. What happened to the Beer King? And he didn't. He should have got more views and likes. This 7 years ago, got 12 likes on that video, 220 views. But it's a great video. But he did play music also, so that might be another reason, man. Maybe he got banned because of the music. I don't know. 6 years ago. Let's see his last videos. His last video was over 6 years ago. So I'm thinking the Beer King either died or got arrested. He's still doing hard time. I don't know. What happened to the Beer King? Who knows, right? At least somebody like Greg's Beer Reviews, his daughter got on there and let us know that he passed away. Otherwise, it's been now about a year almost since Greg Beer Review died. 11 months, 12 months. People be doing the same thing. Where's the beer reviews at, Greg? Not knowing that he died, yeah. At least with me and Jammer, one of us kicks off, the other one will know. And we can relay it to our 10 viewers. And then the second one to die, that's what nobody knows. Well, I'm hoping somebody I know would get on there, say, hey, yeah, Shagdog passed away, folks. I got to start letting everybody know that. If I pass away, to get on there and say, yeah, Shagdog and Jammer both drank themselves to death. They're no longer with us. Enjoy their beer reviews. Yeah. Any other things trending? I haven't been really looking up Google Trends. Right? What the hell's Virginia Goofery? What is trending? That's all I want to know. NFL draft is going on already? Wow. Who would have thunk, right? I don't care about the NFL draft. I haven't. I'm a football fan, but I haven't gotten in. I think because I work nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights, over many years. At one time, I did have every other weekend off, so I did watch football every other weekend. But even that's hard to keep up with. I mean, between this beer review and living normal life, it's hard to keep up with football, man. That's at the bottom of my list. But yeah, I got a little bit in the glass still, or the can. Let's get it. Let's do some good news here. What else is trending? I don't understand Google Trends. Explore. Past 12 months. No, I want today. That's not even in English. Tiempo de mañana. What the fuck does that mean? DeepSeek. Isn't that the Chinese AI thing? Nobody cares about that. All right, Tiempo de mañana. Let's see what it is. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. Don't. What's trending in entertainment right now? What's trending last week was WrestleMania. If you're a wrestling fan, John Cena did win the belt championship, 17th time champion. And I don't. He's been there's different champions. You got the heavyweight and the WWE champion. All these different belts. There's just too many of them. But he did win 17 times. He beat Ric Flair's record of 16. But Ric Flair has won championships in NWA, WCW, because WCW was part of NWA. They named a television program to WCW at one point, TBS or whatever hell channel it was on to begin with. And then Ted Turner bought out. They basically made their own WCW division. So basically, they had to drop the NWA title back to the NWA, and then they had the WCW title. So he's had it NWA, WCW, and I don't know what 16 belts did Ric Flair have? 6 times WCW, 8-time NWA World Heavyweight, and 2-time WWF champion. So, yeah, 3 different things, even though WCW was a break off of NWA, but anyhow. See, the NWA used to be like all these different, like Georgia, Florida, WCCW in Texas with the Von Erichs and stuff like that. All these different organizations were part of the NWA. Yeah. Even though they kept mostly the championship down there in the Southeast, but yeah. So, but anyhow, John Cena the champ. That was a pretty good WrestleMania. I haven't watched wrestling WWE. I get kind of bored with WWE. I started watching AEW a few years ago. From the time COVID 2020 up until about 2023, and then I just stopped watching. I started getting bored with it, and I think they're right storylines. Some of the storylines in WWE are okay. I like the storyline they got now with John Cena being, a heel, which is bad for you. People don't know what a heel is. His last year in wrestling, he's retiring. It's kind of funny. This is best acting he's ever done. But we shall see how it goes. Let's get the rest of that Modelo in there. What else? Oh, a really good one, a funny one is Chad Gables. I think he might have been an Olympic champion also, like Kurt Angle. I think, I'm not really positive. Was Chad Gables an Olympic champion? Googleizing it. Chad Gable was not an Olympic champion. While he did complete in the 2012 Olympics. Okay, but he didn't win any medals. But he's a wrestler in WWE, and now he's got a mascot like his luchador, and it's called Grande Americano or something. It's all red, white, and blue outfit. And he hails from, get this, he hails from the Gulf of Mexico. Or Gulf of America, not Mexico. I fucked that up. Anyhow, he hails from the Gulf of America. It's pretty funny. Everybody knows it's him, but he's basically act like, trying to speak Spanish and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty funny. What else? Anything else interesting? I used to not like Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio's son, but I am starting to like him. I love his freaking long mullet and his dirty mustache. And I don't think he'll last long wrestling because he just ain't like. Then again, you never know. I mean, he looks like an average Joe walking down the street besides the mustache and long hair. As far as body wise, he's not like, But we'll see. I like his character. I like it now. Anyhow, who else do I like? I'm more of the lesser. I'm not the big star. I don't like the Roman Reigns or his cousins, the Usos. They're just being pushed too much, and I don't think they're that great, actually. Now, I did like the Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and what's his name, Seth frickin' Rollins match. But I'm still not a Roman Reigns fan at all. What was I looking up? I don't know. Anyhow, it's pretty good with what's his name? What's that manager's name? Who's Roman Reigns' manager? Yeah, Paul Heyman. I guess at one time, I'm not sure when CM Punk was in ECW way back when he was young or sometime, Paul Heyman told him, apparently, if he ever made an event in WrestleMania, he'd be on his side. So he chose to be CM Punk's guy during WrestleMania, not Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns was pissed. Anyhow, he turned, spoiler alert if you haven't seen WrestleMania, but if you don't care, here it goes. He turns on CM Punk and gives him to the crotch, a low blow. And then he gives a chair or something to CM Punk, or not CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Roman Days. I don't know if he hit him with a chair. Did something to CM Punk. He's out now. Seth freaking Rollins is up against the rope, and Paul Heyman's like, my chief, tell him to get him. And then he gives Roman Reigns a low blow, and I guess he walks out with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wins, so it's pretty funny. It's amazing. Paul Heyman is still in wrestling, Just crazy. You look at his old footage from his young days, he just didn't think this guy would make it long. But he's persevered. When he was like a manager in WCW before he went to ECW, and what was his name back then? Paul E. Dangerously or something like that. Paul E. Dangerously. Yeah. Hails from Scarsdale, New York. Yeah, and I was going to watch an AEW yesterday too, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm wrestled out after watching because WrestleMania now is like 2 nights. It's like Saturday and Sunday. So I watched the replay on Peacock. So one day I watched Saturdays, and then yesterday I watched Sundays. And then after that, I was all wrestled out. Tried to watch AEW yesterday after I got done watching the second half of WrestleMania, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with wrestling for a while. Oh, shit. Yeah, so back to the beer. I graded it A minus and a swallow and a half for what it is, a Chelada. Pretty good. Probably gave it too high of a score there, but that's okay. Who cares? Yeah, good lawnmower beach beer. Anything else trending? I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with stuff. Sanders, Shador Sanders failing in the NFL draft. Cowboys Jerry Jones reveals what the team thinks about Colorado quarterback. Yeah, don't get him because he's fucking Deion Sanders' son or whatever. Can't wait I hate to say it. I can't wait till Jerry Jones either gives up his reign on the team and the son is probably just as bad. I don't know. I wish he'd sell the team, to tell you the truth. But anyhow, yeah. The Cowboys haven't won the Super Bowl since what, 1996? January 96? That's when the Super Bowl was back then, folks. Yeah. I know it's in February now. Back in the day, it used to be in January. It was only a 16-week. And, yeah. Anyhow. Yeah, the Cowboys, man. They haven't won a Super Bowl. And it's still Jimmy Johnson's team. Even though Barry Switzer's first year didn't win it. His second year, they went back and won it against the Steelers. But a lot of those people were still Jimmy Johnson's guys. So it was still pretty much Jimmy Johnson's team that won. But then they started faltering. I wish Jimmy Johnson would have been a coach all the way up to at least 2000. They could have been like the Patriots, win like 6 or 7 damn Super Bowls. And Jimmy Johnson screwed it and fired him. Or not Jimmy Johnson. What the fuck's the guy's name? Jerry Jones. Yeah. I've been a Cowboys fan since I was a child. Since one of the times they played against Pittsburgh in the 70s. I can't remember which Super Bowl. But that's when I decided, you know what? I'm going to Cowboys. They went the one year they played Denver, and now they're playing Pittsburgh twice in the Super Bowl. Cowboys are my team. And where I lived in New York, you never saw Buffalo games. Even though I lived upstate New York, you never saw Buffalo games on TV, at least not that I'm aware of. You always saw Jets game on the channel that played the AFC teams. And on the NFC teams, I always saw the Giants. And if the Giants weren't playing, it was always the NFC East teams, mostly Dallas, Washington, Philadelphia, occasionally Arizona was in NFC East. And if you watched the AFC channel back then, which was, it might have been NBC way back then, if the Jets weren't playing, it was, then you see Buffalo, the Patriots, all the teams that were in the NFC East at that time. So I saw a lot of Jets games, a lot of Giants, and luckily I get to see the Cowboys at least 4 times a year, 5 times a year. They always show the Redskin games, of course, against the Giants. Yeah. So I became a Cowboys fan. One of my cousins, God rest his soul, became a Dolphins fan. Of course, his father was a Dolphin. His uncle, my stepfather, was a Dolphins fan. So he became a Dolphins fan. I almost became a Dolphins fan, but I'm like, fuck that. I'm a Cowboys fan. The same with the Red Sox. They were all Red Sox fans. I was like, fuck that. Dodgers. Man, bloated. Bloated. Sure, I've been getting so bloated lately. I might have to go see a gastroenterologist. I'm not sure what's up with that. Oh well. Yeah, it was a pretty good beer, man. I wish I could find one more. These videos have been going too much long too. I mean, I should be doing 35-minute videos, but oh well. Hopefully I get some good shorts out of it. Anyhow, what time is it? Yeah, I gotta get ready. I'm gonna try to upload a couple shorts for Jammer. I gotta get Jammer on there. He's got a lot of nuggets of knowledge of nuggets of knowledge. Yeah. Nice chelada. Chelada lime. You can read that. Limon Y Sal. Pretty good. Also, I'd recommend their mango one's pretty good. It's got a little mango picante, I think. A little chili in it. And then also the watermelon one is not too bad, actually. Yeah. All right, Shagdog, Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Have a happy weekend. Don't forget to hug your loved ones. Never say goodbye. Always say see you tomorrow. See you next time. Yeah, you never know when it's time, y'all. It's a short life. I mean, whether you accidentally die when you're a child, an infant child drowning 5, 6 years old, some type of accident, a teenager, car accident, motorcycle accident, all the way up to your 30s, 40s, 50s. People go every day, any age. Count your blessings. Enjoy life. I know life isn't easy, but just these times like this, just try and enjoy it. I'm just enjoying it, relaxing it, and drinking a couple beers, spreading the cheer. Because that's what I do. I'm a cheerful person. Ripley's, believe it or not. Yeah. Yeah, I love drinking beers and sharing my wonderful beer time with you. And I just like to babble on. Nobody listens to me anyhow in real life, so why shouldn't it be any different in digital life or streaming life or whatever? That's okay. I think that's all of it. Yeah, I might have a little sip left there. Oh, look at that. A couple drops. Yeah, a couple drops. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Hold up now. Major malfunction. There we go. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.